Well, it's been 1 minute and 28 seconds and Emma's not here, so you all know what that means. Time to burn down the set. Who's with me? Anybody?
Emma, is the set on fire?
Go home, Emma. Things are already in motion.
No, Quinn. I'm here. I can do the show. Like, just a little bout of Wednesday night fever cannot keep this queen down.
It's Monday night, Emma.
Viruses don't use calendars, Quinn.
Oh, darn, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm really losing it right now. It's not looking great for me. But I can do the show, I swear. And it's like these viruses, I'm telling you, they're very disorganized, but they're highly effective. I've heard that like half the campus has the fever by now.
All right, well, for the sake of the show, what's Wednesday night fever?
It's like Saturday night fever, but it's like way more common. And people say that it's also less fun, but it's like not even though.
Okay, well, can you tell us some of the symptoms?
Well, first of all, please stand by.
I'm standing by.
We gotta skip to the good part, guys. Get back to the Milky Way. Tell me, where is world man?
Really, Emma? Train?
Listen, Quinn. I am in pain, okay? That's funny, like pain and like train.
Okay,
Do you
so
get it?
About burning down the set.
No, absolutely not. I said that you are not allowed to kill my vibe, okay?
Okay. Any other symptoms?
Well, I'm pretty sure that I alone have doubled the views on like that Vines I Need to Survive video. And also, I've watched so much Queer Eye on Netflix that they're legally obligated to connect me to a therapist.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like that episode where AJ came out to his stepmom, like, made me cry my contacts out, and Jonathan is just, like, the sweetest, don't you think so? And, like, do you remember the episode where they got pulled over by the cop and we, like, didn't know if it was real or not? And then, like, I read an article that said that it was real. Like, they're really not afraid to talk about real shit on that show, you guys. It's, like, so important to me.
Could we turn off the music now?
Quinn, I will literally go into shock if you do that.
Pretty serious, huh?
I'm in critical condition.
Well, thoughts and prayers. Anything else?
Well, I don't actually know if this is part of it, but I've been really, really sensitive lately. Like, I bought a skirt today, but, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna wear it, but I was shopping with Ian, and he was like, that's dope, and so I was like, oh, I guess I'll buy it. But then, like, it's not even my size, so I'm never gonna wear it. Like, I've been wearing the same yoga pants for, like, 3 years now, but, like, am I just letting other people define, like, what I do all day? Like, am I even real, you know?
Damn. Feels. But this stuff doesn't sound like a real fever. It doesn't sound like a condition. You know, this is me pretty much every day, you know?
Oh my god, Quinn.
What?
I can't believe I never realized. You've been living with Wednesday night fever this whole time.
Oh my god. You're right.
What are we gonna do?
Hi, I'm a generic spokesperson. If you or a loved one suffers from Wednesday night fever, there's hope. While there is no cure, recent studies show that there are methods of dealing with the illness. Delete your Facebook and Instagram for a few days, because honestly, what are you even doing anymore? Move your desk from one side of the room to the other, now it's way more open in there. Text LOL, what's up, to the person you almost went on an actual Tinder date with. Or you can just pop a couple Xanax, log into Hulu, and ride this bitch into the dirt. We'll be right back.
And this is Purchase Late Night. Now, so once again, I am a little bit lonely up here. Simone has come down with a bad case of what health services has narrowed down to be anything between bronchitis and the Black Plague. They tell us that there's no way to know for sure, but they've given her the classic health services regimen of Gatorade and aspirin, and we wish her a speedy recovery. Skatey's Night is coming up this weekend at the Stude, a fun event where students get to put on roller skates and live in their 80s roller rink, in the 80s roller rink of their dreams. Not only will it be a fun time, but you'll finally be able to actually have a legit reason why you came back from the Stude with bruises on your knees. Too real? All right. In the news, the Oscars were last night. The Shape of Water was the big winner of the night, winning Best Picture and Best Director, as well as Best Fish-Human Sexual Encounter, which I am still not over. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri also took home multiple acting accolades, and Jordan Peele was the first ever black man to win the Best Original Screenplay Award. Big losers of the evening included the Academy for giving known rapist Kobe Bryant an Oscar, and me screaming at the TV over Lady Bird. Kobe Bryant's award came for his animated short Dear Basketball, which was based on the letter that Bryant wrote to the Players Tribune to announce his retirement from the sport in 2015. The animated short is also a crowd favorite for the upcoming awards in the porn industry, celebrating Bryant's ability to suck his own dick. We'll have more awards for you later in the show, but for now, let's get to the real news. Teachers in West Virginia are currently on strike due to insufficient raises. The public educators are fighting for a 5% salary increase and please at least 50% of their students' attention. The teachers now have gone 8 days without work and the plan to continue until their demands are met, which I think is amazing. Teachers deserve more money. Give them what they deserve. Anyone who gets up at 5 in the morning and is still enthusiastic about calculus when they start teaching at 7 deserves $1 million a year as far as I'm concerned. In other news, companies are pulling advertisements from conspiracy theorist Alex Jones's YouTube this week amid controversy over his claims that the Parkland shooting survivors turned activists are actually paid actors. Jones has caught heat for hundreds of insane comments in the past, including that the government is flooding the water with chemicals that are turning frogs gay, the government has a weather weapon that can create and steer tornadoes, and that every mirror in America is actually a two-way mirror through which the government is watching us. That last one isn't true, but you definitely thought it was for a second. Jones has said that his YouTube channel is set to be taken down from the website entirely, which YouTube says is untrue. I personally wonder if YouTube did plan on taking his channel down and then didn't want to confirm one of his conspiracy theories and therefore validate the rest, so they had to leave it up. You can see the full story in Jones's newest video entitled, "YouTube Wants the Government to Take Your Firstborn." The Trump Organization is in hot water today after they ordered new tee markers for their golf courses that feature the presidential seal. It's illegal to use the seal on anything other than official government business, but Trump's continual defecation on all the sanctities of the presidency show us that anything is possible. Other presidents have used the seal on personal property, such as golf balls or china, but the difference is that now a private company is seeking to use it. Trump has yet to respond to these reports of misuse, but I think it's safe to say that we can add this to the list of things that Donald Trump doesn't understand. Other additions this week include Alec Baldwin's first name and how to spell the word dying. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Sara Ramsawak is coming on to talk about the upcoming playwriting and screenwriting POV Fest. Olmoz will be our featured comic this evening, and the Kerkapoly band will play us out. Thank you so much for coming out, everybody. I'm still healthy. See you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. So the Oscars were last night, and we at PLN were inspired to deliver some accolades of our own. So please welcome to the first edition of the PLN Awards. First up, we have D-Hall coming in hot with a big win, snagging the award for Best Hangover Breakfast and Worst Everything Else. The award for lengthiest argument about why Lady Bird isn't an Oscar-worthy movie goes to the boy in my cinema studies class whose favorite movie is Pulp Fiction. The most ironic award show goes to the 90th Annual Academy Awards for being centered around the Me Too and Time's Up movements and still giving awards to Gary Oldman and Kobe Bryant. Ooh. We're all upset. The Best Photo Award is for one Brenda James in the Open Forum for her piece entitled, "Who More Card This?" The Open Forum is actually getting a lot of love tonight, with the Open Forum posts also taking home the award for Best Short Fiction Story. The coveted Most School Spirit Award is awarded to my aunt with no kids, partner, or prospects who bought everything in the bookstore. And the award for the worst immune system goes to my ill co-host, Simone Ritchie. Feel better, Simone. Thanks for joining us for the PLN Awards. We'll be right back.
Should I get you some water or anything?
No thanks. I had some earlier.
I'm really glad you agreed to hang out with me.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked me.
What's your major?
Literature?
Did you say literature?
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
You're in luck. I am a poet.
Oh, is that your major here?
Oh, don't be silly. I'm a poet in the most pure sense. I only write them down in the back of a Starbucks napkin or on the sole of my shoe when they come to me through the wind.
Wow, what a talent.
Might I read one to you?
Might you not?
Oh, you must know I have read Rupi Kaur.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you uneducated thing. I must teach you all the ways of the poetic world. I must satiate you with the sweet milk of poetic language.
I thought we were gonna watch White Chicks.
This is far too important. You know nothing of the literary world.
I'm literally going to school for it.
Well, they're clearly not doing a very good job teaching you, and so I must intervene. This one I wrote waking last night in a cold sweat. And like the flame in the furnace, there is a fire in my loins. An itch, scratching cannot suffice, for I feel it at all times.
I think you should go to health services.
Excuse me?
That's definitely an STI.
Well, look at the literature major close reading my poem.
I mean, they're still open for half an hour. You should really go.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe you asked me on a date with an STI.
I've had enough of this.
I have some Monostat if you want to borrow it.
Welcome back, everybody. Our guest tonight is a senior in the playwriting and screenwriting department, and she is the producer of the all-new POV Fest. Everybody, please welcome Sara Ramsawak. Hi, Sara.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on the show. So tell us a little bit about POV Fest. This was your brainchild.
Yeah, essentially, along with Julia Korthman and Nicole Kayors, who are also playwriting and screenwriting majors.
Awesome.
The way it works is it's a new festival, actually, and it's going to be 4 days long. It's screenings of films made by playwriting and screenwriting majors, and also stage readings of short plays.
Cool.
Written by playwriting and screenwriting majors.
Awesome.
And the whole point of us doing this is to provide more opportunities for us to showcase our work on the campus.
Awesome.
Just because the school doesn't really provide us many opportunities by itself. So.
Yeah, love to see that. Like when you don't see an opportunity, you make one for yourself. I think that's awesome. So, as a producer, what has been the biggest part of your job? Like, what have you been doing as you're getting ready for this?
Keeping up correspondence with Dean and Peggy, the deans of our majors, and also marketing the festival itself, working with our graphic designer Sam Batabali to make posters and different Instagram things, and also fundraising for the festival.
Right.
So that's a really big part of what I do for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's really awesome. Do you have any work in the festival, or are you just curating everybody else's
I'm just curating
stuff?
everything myself.
Very
right
cool.
Now, but, yeah.
So, what is this? You say that you wanted to put this together because there isn't a lot of opportunities for us to showcase the work. Why did you want to take it upon yourself? Because anybody could have done it.
Right.
Why were you like, this is a Sara job?
Well, it was actually Nicole and Julia's idea.
Really?
And they came to me asking for help to be the producer.
Oh, cool.
And I am also a double major in arts management, so it's like I love to do this kind of thing.
You
So,
get to really
So, and it's
be
for
in both
my
camps.
major and it's for my program. And as I'm a senior, I want to leaving some sort of legacy behind for the major and for future majors in this program to have something to look forward to and work on.
Cool. So you're hoping that it continues after you leave. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I hope it does too. So what has been maybe the most, if you were to give advice to the people who are trying to put it together next year, what would you say that maybe they should do?
Probably to organize themselves in such a way that everyone has a clear role. Mm-hmm. Just because I think things are going well and things are going great for us right now. But it would be a lot better if more people can be involved. Just because that's the whole point, is to get us all involved and collaborate as playwriting and screenwriting majors.
Right.
Together to learn about the different sides of producing plays and screenings and things.
That's really cool. Well, it's definitely already getting a lot of hype because I've seen, I saw a list listicle recently that was talking about like playwriting programs and stuff, and it got like a shout out like in that list.
Yes, Peggy was talking to a publisher for this thing called College Magazine, and it's this like online magazine. I guess that's kind of like the Odyssey.
Oh,
that's
cool.
kind of student run, but also a bit more refined, I guess.
Right.
So she talked to them, and she had told me that she wanted to talk about POV Fest, and I was like, sure, go for it. And they actually wrote about POV Fest in their article.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. Like
it's real
it's
now.
A real thing. Yeah.
That's
So,
really exciting. So what has been your favorite part about putting this together?
Probably promoting it, like
Yeah?
making the posters and putting them up, and
Cool.
doing things on social media. Just because as an arts management major, I love to do that. But it's also special because it's for my own major as well.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely that.
Yeah, that's really exciting. So you say it's 4 days. What are the dates, and where can we check out all this new art?
On March 15th, on that Thursday,
Mhm.
we're going to be in the Choral Hall doing the first night of screenings. And that's going to be at 7 p.m.
Mhm.
And then the second night, which is the Friday, the 16th, we're going to be in the Nat Sci Lecture Hall doing the same night of screenings.
Mhm.
So the people who submitted their films, they get 2 nights of screening, like to
Cool.
show
So there's like
films
more
twice.
opportunities to go see these
Yes.
different movies. Great.
And then the third night, on the 17th, it's going to be that Saturday. We're going to be in Southside at 7 p.m. doing a round of stage readings.
Great.
And it's going to be 2 10-minute plays and a 1-act.
Cool.
And then the Sunday, we're going to do a matinee at 3 p.m. in Southside as well. And we're going to have 2 different 10-minute plays and a different 1-act. And we're going to have cool things, like we're going to have a step and repeat to like take cool Instagram pictures.
Cool.
And like stickers and things.
Oh,
So,
hell
and
yeah.
a
I'm all about
reception,
the stickers.
and baking.
Cool.
Post-reception on
Amazing.
Friday night after the screening. So.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds really awesome. I'm so excited. Well, guys, make sure that you check out POV Fest from March 15th through the 19th in Southside in the Choral Hall. We will be right back. Thank you, Sarah. Welcome back, everybody. Our featured comic tonight puts on his socks before his shoes. Everybody, please welcome Nick Olmoz.
How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. That was easy. You guys really like that question, huh? So, I figured it's nice to know 3 things about your comic. You know, the guy you're seeing for like 30 seconds and then never again. So like I guess one fact about me is that I've done tons of stand-up. I have a great memory. And I'm also a compulsive liar. So I don't know if you guys heard about this. An 8-year-old in Pennsylvania recently got a jury summons through the mail addressed to him. This is true. He was excited originally to serve his community, but young Tucker Dayton was deemed unfit to serve on the panel due to his crippling bias against dorks. You guys know Marvin Gaye, the artist? Anybody's heard of that? Yeah, cool. I don't know if you guys heard about this news, but Marvin Gaye, despite his illustrious fame, talent, overall kind-heartedness, he was never one to adopt or understand technology in his personal life. So the people who worked with him had to adapt to this odd, almost Amish-like lifestyle this musician led. So this is why the news of his death, murdered in cold blood by his father, it didn't quite reach the news outlets as quickly as it could have. The reason? They had to transmit the news through the grapevine. That should have hit way harder. I don't understand. I did everything it said. You guys remember in high school when all your teachers said, "Oh, don't worry, college is like high school, but way less intense. You won't have to do." I feel like in college you're trying harder than ever to prove yourself and prove to other people. You know, I mean, back in elementary school, even let's say on the playground, the swing set. That contraption that hasn't been changed since the 20s. You always had that one kid that sat there and he's talking to his friends and saying, "Yeah, I once spun all the way around this thing." And you're like, "No, you didn't." "Yeah, I did." "No, you didn't." "Yeah, I did." And like you didn't have Wikipedia to check like who actually spun around. All you had was like you go to the Scholastic book fairs and your parents buy you those Ripley's Believe It or Not books. Well, Chris, I Ripley don't believe you did. Anyone here a music major? Oh man, it's awesome. Being a music major is great. It's like liberal arts, but you have to have talent. I like how every time you tell your parents or relatives, you're sitting at the table or whatever, you always have to preface it with, oh, I got an audition in the city next week. Oh, I do music, but I'm working with this guy's vocals. I'm producing something real quick. Don't worry, it's coming out. Because you're not going to get the same reaction your other your friends or family are going to get when they tell their parents. Like, ooh, I'm studying for my med degree. Oh, that's great. I'm studying law. Okay, I'm getting my PhD. That's great. I'm studying music. Well, good luck. And I mean, on Purchase, the romance scene's kind of tough. I've been looking for a girl, but she can't be a music major because one of us has to have a job. Oh, have you met anyone? Like you're sitting with grandma at the table. Oh, have you met anyone? Yeah, I met this girl. She's a girl of my dreams. I'm so in love with her. Oh, what does she do? Oh, she's an arts major. You can hear under the table her scribbling you out of her will. It's like, I don't know. When I graduate college, I want to be. I want to reach a level of zen of, you guys ever go to those roller rinks, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, you go to parties, or 7th or 8th if you're special, but you go to those roller rinks, and you're skating around, it's all fun, you're having fun with your friends, maybe the 2 girls are falling on their asses, they cried, they fell out, they left already, but then, zoom, this fucking guy comes by, and he's bald, or he's got a hat or a scraggly beard, he's got those regular skates on, just swinging, flying around as fast on his hands, fucking doing hands, and he's perfectly in time with the beat. You swear he's going 80 miles an hour, this is just a regular Tuesday night for me. I don't know. I mean, I'm no act to follow. I mean, back in high school, I got banned from a Hollister for popping the collars on the mannequins. I don't know where the future's taking me, but that's all I have. Thank you, guys.
Everybody, I mispronounced our musical guest's name during the monologue today. Everybody, please welcome Jake Kerkapoly.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
I'm Jake Kerkapoly. This is Jorge Portero.
You.
We're gonna play a song of ours called Rabbit's Hole. It's on Spotify and stuff. You can find it. Your superposition is made of volition, causing an omission in our congregate's decision. But there's a small change that we've got to rearrange before the orchestrations of our brains become strange. I know about the rabbit's hole that I crawled deep down inside to find all the hearts you stole. I'll find a perfect peace of mind once I find out what's inside your heart of I-I-O. What do you mean when you say you're in between and you try to contradict everything that I've seen? There's a conflict when you try to deny, but I'm seeing what you're doing and I see right through your lie. I'm riding the flow like a whipstick, smears on my ears, baby, it's your lipstick. Almost seems like she's cannibalistic, then she disappears, floats into the mystic. Oh, oh, oh. Who knew you'd be such a complicated lover? Now you're sitting there dedicated to another. You've left me on my own. I feel so lonely. Man, I cannot breathe. My heart's encased in misery. This story's getting old, but I can't escape your rabbit's hole. Jorge Portero on vocals. When I touch your skin, the goosebumps begin. I touch your waist with my lips, you love the taste. This love I cannot fake. It's my heart that I give, it's my heart you take. You manage to shatter my soul. Where there used to be a beat, now I only have a hole. You made this tougher. You're causing me to suffer. I need a mental block or a situation buffer. I never thought you'd be such a complicated lover. Yeah. Such a complicated lover. Now you're sitting there dedicated to another. You left me on my own. I feel so lonely. Man, I cannot breathe. My heart's encased in misery. This story's getting old, but I can't escape your rabbit's hole.
Jake, where can we go if we want to hear more of that?
Right now, I sometimes live at M36. It depends on the day.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
No, you can go on Spotify. You can find us on Instagram under @Kerkapoly Music. I just changed it actually recently, so it's Kerkapoly Music. Same with Facebook. That way they match. Ooh. And Spotify, you can find us just as Kerkapoly. It's JKEKERKAPOLY because we have no way of figuring that out otherwise. So.
I'm like sounded out and they're like, see.
Can we plug a show that we're going to be having soon?
Oh, please do.
Oh, yeah.
Come to the Great Lawn March 23rd on Friday from 5 to 10. The Kerkapoly Band.
I'm contagious.
The Kerkapoly Band will be performing around 7 p.m. We will have a lot more tunes to show you of the new album we have coming out soon.
I'm Kerkapoly. He's Jake. That's why he couldn't say it.
Give it up one more time for Jake Kerkapoly.
Thanks, guys.
That is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll be back next week right here in the Alumni Village Community Center with an all-new show. Have a great night.